Stop number 2 on the Castrol GTX Cup Series brings us to Rockingham for the third race of the triple hitter at the Rock. And it is the GM Goodwrench Sevice 400. On the pole versus Theo Stiegel, car number 5. Beside him, Chris Dallerton, car 66. And here's the command to fire the engines up.
Drivers, start your engines!
And given the fire the engines, row 2. Zed Weinstein starting in 3rd position. Starting 4th is Johnny Gardner, Cole Moore, and Keith Batson at row 3. Row 4, Dion Scott in the 4, and the 3 of Ann Batson. Then Cameron Gilson and Dylan Poteet have row 5. But speaking of the number 5 has the pole position here. That's Theo Stiegel. And the lead by Garrett Chevrolet 1990 model Lumina. The green flag about to wave, and here we go. We're racing in the GM Goodwrench Sevice 400. Zed Weinstein all over the back bumper of Theo Stiegel, and Zed's going to want to lead that first lap. But Theo says no way. I'm going to start finish line. Theo Stiegel leads the first lap here. Chevrolet in 1st, Pontiac 2nd, Pontiac in 3rd. Then a Chevrolet in 4th with 2 Pontiacs battling back there. That's Cameron Gilson and Chris Dallerton. Cameron in the 57, Chris in the 66. He's got the Buick of Charles Jackson. Well, moved up the track now by the 2 of Johnny Gardner. That's a Ford this season for the Miller Genuine Draft Team. It's been, and look at it, that thing is super fast here. That is a 1994 model Thunderbird, by the way, he's driving. And now Zed Weinstein, car 7, he's going to take the lead. He's the all-time winner in the Castrol GTX Cup Series. Look at Cole Moore, car number 30. Does he take the lead away from Zed on this lap? No, he does not. Zed Weinstein leads that lap. And now Dion Scott, number 4 Kodak Film Chevrolet, is making a charge now. Poetry in motion at 160 miles per hour here at the Rock. Dion Scott now dives inside of Cole Moore. I tell you what, this keeps up, we may have a record number of lead changes for the Rock, for Rockingham, maybe. Cameron Gilson now makes the move to the inside. He's got the helper in the 21 of Pichu London. Dylan Poteet, car 22, he gets in the mix, and so does Sam Young in the 26. 3 wide for the lead. It's going to be Pichu London. Maybe for the lead on Cameron Gilson. They're side by side coming down the backstretch. And Pichu's going to get a big shove from Dylan Poteet and Sam Young, excuse me. And London's going to take the lead, but here comes Dylan Poteet with Sam Young shoving him, and Charles Jackson. Boy, just an explosive start here at Rockingham so far for the Cup cars. They're putting on one whale of a show in the first 6, maybe now going to the first 7 laps of this race. And now Sam Young brings the number 26 Quaker State Ford, a 1992 Thunderbird, to the inside. He's got the shover in the number 8 Snickers Buick of Charles Jackson. Ford running in first place, Buick in 2nd, Pontiac in 3rd, another Ford in 4th. It's Joshua Osborne in the number 68. And now Osborne dives inside of Chris Dallerton. And so move Osborne now up in the 3rd position now. Rush Gardner in the 27 runs in 4th. Or trying for 4th position with Red Bell shoving him in the number 43. Jonathan Ramey in the 42. He's in this mix too. 4 Pontiacs altogether. Rush Gardner's Pontiac is a 1989 model. Red Bell's Pontiac's a 1990. So is Jonathan Ramey's. His is also a 90. And so is Chris Dallerton's. His Pontiac is also a 90 model. So And Jonathan Ramey now going to work on Red Bell in the 43 car. Sam Young in the 26 car still leads the pack, with Charles Jackson keeping chase. 10 laps in the books, 30 to go. Still a long way to go here at Rockingham. But Jonathan Ramey, the pride of Florida, looking a little racy here today. He's going for the number 3 spot now on Red Bell. He's got Pichu London 21 shoving him. And I'm trying to see who's behind him. That's the 12 of Jeffrey Finn guy, one of the drivers that ran in the FedEx Nationwide Series race. He's right there. So it's the 7 of Jasmine Acosta. A female cat fight right there between the 7 and the 43. Jasmine goes by red. On board with Jasmine Acosta, the number 7. And you're riding along at well over 160 miles per hour. And Acosta now goes by Jonathan Ramey, and she's being shoved by the 14 car of Jack Richards, the Season 3 champ in the Mountain Dew Racing Series. Which, ironically enough, he's followed by the Mountain Dew Racing Series president, Dylan Poteet. He also runs the Mopar Nationwide Series as well. Adrian Becker in the 11, who had a horrible start to the Nationwide Series so far this season. She right now runs top 10, or was running top 10. Cole Daly moved her up the track. I don't think Adrian's going to be happy with that move. As now the 90 of Mitchell Jones takes the 9th spot away from Adrian, and now she loses that to the 6 car of Jeremy Stegall. Justin Williams in the 18, he's right there as well. And all the while we had a lead change. Charles Jackson back to the lead, taking the lead from Sam Young, but Sam Young's going to say, "Nuh-uh, I had the lead a minute ago. I want it back," and he's got it. Car 26 pulling the crossover on car number 8, and now you got Ford, Buick, and Ford, the top 4 cars, and a Ford in 5th. And now Jasmine Acosta's going to stick her nose, make it 3 wide per second, maybe? Nope. Jeffrey Finn guy shut the door on that. And boy, Sam Young, he's amazingly kept the lead throughout this whole time. It was lead change after lead change in the first 10 laps of this race, and now things have kind of settled down somewhat up front, but not back there. Jeffrey Finn guy, his second. Here comes Jasmine Acosta for number 3 over number 2 position now. She's got Jack Richards and his good buddy Dylan Poteet and Cole Daly forming a train on the inside. But now Acosta gets moved up now by Jack Richards in the 14 car. Jack Richards driving for A.J. Foyt. And Richards, you may remember, won the Daytona 500 this season. But here comes Dylan Poteet. Dylan on the inside, car 22. And that number 22 Maxwell House Ford, that's a 1991 Thunderbird. It's been pretty good to Dylan so far. Finished in the top 10 in the points chase for that car last season. Halfway in the books now. Actually, we're now at 21 laps in the books. 18 to go. Or 19 to go, excuse me. It's still Samuel Mills and the number 26 Quaker State Buick, or number 26 Quaker State Ford out in front. Dale Keselowski off pace a little bit in the 33 car. He's running by himself. Apparently problems maybe with the number 33 Skull Bandit Oldsmobile. This last lap, that last time by was 149.718. Let's see what it is this time by. Comparing to the leader's last lap. 149.767, and the leader's lap was 154.286. So Keselowski 9 miles an hour slower than everybody else. Or 5 miles an hour slower than everybody else. Dalton Day, he's not having a good run so far in the 17 car. He's running 36th. Apparently, and Dalton maybe off pace a little bit too, possibly. Let's see what he is this time by. Dalton's lap that time by was a 154.6, so he's apparently normal. He's just lost the draft. Johnny Gardner way back in the pack. Adrian Becker, some of the ones that were running up front there minutes ago was back there. And Adrian now stuck behind her son Mike. The 15 car with a new look this season. It's a 1992 Thunderbird. Solid red motorcraft. And that solid red motorcraft's not treating Becker well. Mike Becker, that is. He's running in 31st spot. So something tells me MMB Motorsports got some work to do with their cars in Cup, Nationwide, and Trucks. But the Beckers are staying on the inside. That's where you need to be on a lot of the tracks. The Skull cars running right together. Actually, not. That's the 55 of Dylan Young and the 1 car of Trent Dunham. A couple of good buddies from the Mountain Dew Racing Series. Ty Sheets in a 75 car inside of Rush Gardner. Zed Weinstein, who was leading a few laps ago, is now back to the 22nd position, now losing that to the 66 car of Chris Dollerton. Cole Daly trying to make a move to the inside of Joshua Osborne. That's for the 16th position. Sean Henley, the pride of Iowa, going inside of Cody Lamas in the 94. And Henley now being stuck behind the 90 car of Mitchell Jones. Jones finished a strong second in the FedEx Nationwide Series race last here at Rockingham. And now Sean Henley moves him up the track. Henley going for the number 13 position. Six of those at Alka-Seltzer Pontiac on the inside of the Public Supermarkets Ford. And that's going to put Sean Henley up to 13th position now, I believe. Yes, it does. Leia Walker working on Jeffrey Fenguy for the top 10. Fenguy runs in 10th position. Jonathan Ramey running 9th. Keith Batson having a good run so far in 8th position. He's working on the 24 of Ryan Cooper. And they caught the 33 car now. The lap car, the leaders have caught the 33. Pichu London right behind the 26 of Sam Young. And now Pichu all over the back bumper of Sam now. 26 car versus 21 car. A pair of Fords going to make that 3 Fords now with Jeremy Stegall in the 6. And Pichu London going for the lead in car 21. No! Sam Young throws the block. Jeremy Stegall going for the number 2 position now. He's got the help from Jack Richards in the 14. Charles Jackson in the 8 runs in 5th position. As we said, 6th is Ryan Cooper. 7th is Keith Batson. Five laps remaining here at the Rock. And now Pichu London shoved up high. Charles Jackson in the 8 car getting around him. And now Keith Batson's going to make a 3 wide. Whoa! He and Ryan Cooper about got loose coming out of turn 4. And now Batson dives inside. This is for the number 5 position, I believe. Leia Walker and Jonathan Ramey battling back there for his position. And let's see where that puts Leia at right now in the race. Pichu London going inside of Keith Batson. And Leia Walker clocked in 8th spot right now. And Batson right now takes number 5, takes the 5th position now. But Pichu London all over him for the number 5 spot. London wants it. A pair of Fords going at it. A 1989 Ford versus a 1991 Ford. Lou Batson got loose by Pichu coming into turn number 1. Meanwhile, there's 2 laps to go. Coming to the white flag this time by the way, for Sam Young. Trying to get the Quaker State cars a win here. The Quaker State car was won with 1 driver, and that was Jeremy Doobie in season 4, I believe. Season 2 and season 4. Jeremy Stegall trying to give any chase here, but as they come down to the 3rd and 4th turns now, the number 26 Quaker State Ford of Sam Young will come down on the start finish line, and he will win the GM Goodwrench Service 400. Sam Young brings the Quaker State Ford to victory lane here today at Rockingham. 2nd place will go to Jeremy Stegall. 3rd to Jack Richards. Charles Jackson finishes 4th. And Keith Batson finishes in 5th position. So caution free here at the Rock. We only had like 2 cautions the whole weekend at Rockingham. 154.551 the average speed of the race. Sam Young wins the race here today. Jeremy Stegall, Jack Richards, Charles Jackson, Keith Batson, Pichu London finishes 6th. Leia Walker 7th. 8th, Ryan Cooper. 9th, Sean Henley. And Jonathan Ramey comes up in 10th position. Don Poteet 11th. Joshua Osborne 12th. Cole Daly 13th. 14th, Cameron Gilson. 15th, Mitchell Jones. Jeffrey Fenguy, Aaron Williams, Chris Dalton, Justin Williams, and Theo Stegall, the top 20. And all the way down to 28th position are some of the names down there. Cody Lamas, Deion Scott, Dylan Young, Ty Sheets, Zed Weinstein, Mike Becker finishes 26th. Not Hill, he won't be happy with that. Nick Baxter, Rush Gardner. And another driver won't be happy with his finish neither is Dalton Day, finishing 34th. Ann Batson, horrible run for her, finishes 35th. Looks like the GM Goodwrench team is going to have some testing to do as well. Cole Moore, 36th, and Dale Keselowski a lap down in 37th. But the 26th Quaker State Ford of Sam Young wins today in what was a great finish here at Rockingham. Bringing car 26 to victory lane. Jack Richards has the points lead right now after 2 races. Actually, with the lead on, he's tied with Jeremy Stegall for the lead. Sam Young's win moved him into the 3rd in the points chase. Leia Walker 4th. Ryan Cooper, Jeffrey Fenguy, Ty Sheets, Charles Jackson, Theo Stegall, and Cameron Gilson the top 10 right now in the points chase. Joshua Osborne in 20th. And Red Bell, not a good start for her season, in 37th position. Johnny Gardner, Ann Batson, a lot of the big names down there. Adrian Becker, Dalton Day, Jasmine Acosta, Chris Dalton, Cole Daly, Zed Weinstein, Don Poteet. All those names down there in the points chase. Las Vegas is next up on the tour. It's the Dan Weldon 400.